Alright, so basically what we're going to do here is we're going to take the images that we scanned into the computer and we're going to put them in the proper page orientation and change them to black and white and make sure that it's just a solid black and white and doesn't have any color variations. And the reason for that is whenever we bring it into Flash, it's going to make it a lot easier to do a live trace on it and actually get really accurate with it. Okay, so if you notice right here, these are all the files that we have scanned into the computer. And one thing that you want to pay close attention to is actually that they all have the same orientation. And so basically every time you scan an image, you want to make sure that you scan it the exact same way so that you can automate this task. Otherwise you'll have to do it manually, and that's a pain. Okay, so open up Photoshop. We're going to go to Window, and then Actions. And then right here we're going to click Create New Action. And give it a name like MDAC Clean Scans. Alright, and click Record. Now this is basically going to record every single one of your actions that you do to an image. So the first step is we're going to open up a file. It doesn't matter which one. We're just creating the action right now. So we want to first rotate the image. So go to Image, then Adjustments. Image rotation, and we're going to do 90 degrees clockwise. So that's one reason why you want to scan them the same every time. It's because every single one of these images now that you run through this scan are going to be rotated 90 degrees clockwise. So you want to make sure that whenever you scan them, they all go in the same way. If whenever you scan them, they actually are in the proper orientation already, then you don't even have to do this rotating step. So now that we've got it in the proper orientation, we're going to do Image Mode and change it to grayscale. Go ahead and click Discard. And if you zoom in here, you'll notice that it's actually got color variations of black. It's not solid black. So one of the ways that you can do that is by going to Image, Adjustments, and then Threshold, and just adjust it until it looks kind of nice. They're rough right now, but you'll actually be able to clean it up pretty easy in Flash. So go ahead and click OK on that. Alright, and that's actually the entire action. So now we want to go ahead and click Stop Recording the Action, which is a square down here on the Actions panel. And we can actually go ahead and close this right here. We're going to go ahead and close this image because we're really just creating the action here. Alright, and one of the things on the actions, we actually, right here, open, it's actually opening that file, and we don't want that to happen. We just want to take the file, rotate it, and change it to black and white. So we're going to go ahead and click on this action that we want to get rid of and just click Delete, or drag it down into the garbage bin here, and that'll get rid of that. So now our action is clean with just the few steps that we need. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to apply this action to every single file that we just scanned in. So you go to File, Scripts, Image Processor, and select the folder with all the files that we scanned in. And then you're going to save it in the same location, save it as a JPEG, quality 7, that's good. We're not resizing, we're not going to save it as any other format. And the main thing you want to do is make sure that the Run Action checkbox is checked, and then over here we're actually going to select the action that we want to use. Now the default action is actually the folder. If you look at your Actions panel, you notice that all these actions are under Default Actions. If you want to organize all these actions, you can, and make an MDAC folder, and this is where you would select that right here. Instead of default, you would choose whatever the folder name you created. For now, let's go ahead and create or select Default Action. And then here's all the actions you have, and we're going to go ahead and select MDAC Clean Scans. For copyright info, just put MDAC in there, and that'll actually apply it to all the pictures as well. And then click Run. And that's actually going to open up every single file in that folder and apply those couple of actions to it and save it in a separate folder. So what you'll end up with is you'll have your original scans that you scanned in, and then you'll have a separate folder with all these adjusted images. And these images are the ones that you're going to import into Flash to do a live trace on. Alright, so that's almost done running. Alright. Okay, so that's done running. Now if we go back over to that folder here, we notice that we've got our original scans right here, but Photoshop actually created a new folder called JPEG. So if we open that up, you can see that these are all the files that it adjusted, and what it did was it actually rotated 90 degrees clockwise like we told it, changed it to black and white, and increased the threshold to make sure it's just a solid black. And if you view those images, that's pretty much it. And now you're ready to import those images into Flash to do a live trace with them.